Ready.
About the Chord Buddy, not only is it so easy to use, it's also an instant party. And let me prove that to you for a second. You like big and rich music? You want to come on the road with us? You want to be in a band? If you got a Chord Buddy and you can push the red button and the blue button, you can play Save a Horse Ride a Cowboy. Check this out. Well, I walk into the room, passing out $100 bills, and it kills and it thrills like the horns on my Silverado grill. Red button, I buy the bar a double round of Crown. Everybody is getting down in this town. Ain't never gonna be the same. Red button, and I saddle up my horse. Blue button, and I ride into the city. Red button, make a lot of noise. Blue button, cause the girls they are so pretty. Riding up and down Broadway on my old stud Leroy, and the girls say, save a horse, ride a cowboy. Everybody say, save a horse, ride a cowboy. Woo! Party time with the Chord Buddy. Get yourself a Chord Buddy and have some fun, people. It's time.
Oh, and there you go, Travis. Good morning.
Good morning, Scott. Now that's the way to start off a Thursday, I'm telling you.
I was just thinking that's it. You know, that must have been a lot of fun working with John and
Yeah,
playing Chord Buddy.
it is. It was, and still is. In fact, I talked with John a couple of weeks ago. Actually, I actually reached out to him with this project that we've been kicking around about the ukuleles, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and actually reached out to him and told him if we do it, I might need him to give a shout out for us, and he said just let him know. So he's always willing to help with pretty much promote Chord Buddy in any way he can. He was a paid spokesman for several years, but then when I went to give him his check one year, he says, I don't want any more money from you. I'm going to still support you. I'm going to still do whatever you ask me to do. But I'm just, I don't want you to pay me any longer. And I went, wow, okay. So he's a good dude. He really is.
Well, I tell you, it's just listening to his voice. It's that is so much fun, and watching him play one of his hit songs with Chord Buddy, and just letting people know you can do that. I mean, it is not. It's not that, as he said, it was just two buttons on the Chord Buddy, and but really, it's just the two chords, right?
Yeah. It just uses G and D. Yeah.
Which when you're I've got my Chord Buddy here, and when you do that, playing that blue tab or the red tab, that D, that's the first one that we pull out, and you start using in the whole system. So you could pretty quickly be playing on the strings with Chord Buddy, and that's one of the benefits, huh?
Exactly. Yes, sir.
So well, it is also camping season coming up, and Travis, you and your family, you're campers.
Yeah,
you like to get out.
Love to do it. I think it's and it's gotten more and more popular due to COVID. With when it hit, man, it just boosted the camping sales, and in fact, there's a shortage of campers right now. I talked to our largest camper dealer locally, saw him out at the golf course the other day, and I said, how's business? He said, well, business is great when we can get inventory.
Yeah, I've heard that, and actually had some friends that were selling RVs, and just trying to get something on the lot.
Yeah.
And I get another friend. He's down the road here. They actually build RVs, and it's things like stoves and refrigerators. He says they're all built, but they got no stove or refrigerator.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so as soon as they
yeah.
get those, they send them out, and then people can go camp. And there's something about sitting around the campfire. And I just put one of those portable fire pits into the stream, because my family loves sitting around the fire in the backyard and singing songs. And it's a whole lot easier if you have a guitar to be able to sing.
Well, it makes it more fun, that's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. It's one of the, well, not everyone can sing on key. And if you got a guitar, you can kind of cover it up.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know, we're now selling, we have the combos in Amazon now. Didn't have that for a long time. And, but we do now, and we're the only people that offer that. So that, you know, that's something people need to take a look at. I mean, you get the guitar, you get the chord buddy, you get the tuner, you get picks, you get the song book, you get the lesson book, and you get access to the how-to videos. And I think it's just and for the price that it's at, I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah, and there's the natural finish, which is that's the one that I have here, and this is the Perry guitar. There we go. You can see that Perry with the chord buddy, and this natural finish, and the sides and the back. This is just it's got this kind of off-white binding around it. They're really beautiful guitars for. You know, when you're looking at an entry-level guitar, a lot of times, boy, I tell you, they try to save money.
Yeah. Well, we were voted back in 14 or 15 biggest bang for the buck by the entire music industry, the NAM committee.
That's right, the National Association of Music Merchants.
Yes, and voted my guitar best bang for the buck. So I was real proud to get that. In fact, our tuner actually won one of the technology awards for best in innovation. Our tuner that the screen turns red and warns you if you're going to break a string. So
we got a comment there. Tony says, "Hi, Travis. I love Chord Buddy. I'm on my second week now learning happy birthday for my son's 43rd birthday on April 3rd. Well, she is going to surprise him, huh?"
Yeah. Well, thank you for that wonderful comment. And I'm so happy that you're having fun is the first thing. And then learning is the second thing. It's got to be fun. That's the thing. And it doesn't matter if we're talking about guitar or tennis or baseball or what. If you're not having fun with it, you're not going to do it. And you'll find an excuse not to do it if you're not having fun. So that's the first thing. That's the most important is have fun. And then if you have fun, you will learn.
Yeah, and that's what's one of the really great things about Chord Buddy is, especially if people buy the combo pack, and we've got there's the natural finish I showed you, and then there's also that starburst, that kind of really
sunburst,
sunburst.
Yeah, oh yeah. I was talking with a guy day before yesterday. What's today? Tuesday, and he called me and he wanted to know which one he needed to get, and I said, well, it's just according to, if you're more of a traditionalist, you might want to go with the spruce. But I said the sunburst is. So he was a truck driver. He actually pulled over. He says, well, I'm going to pull over here, and got on his laptop, went to the website, and looked at the sunburst. And he says, no, that's the one I want right there. So I think he logged into Amazon immediately and bought the combo.
Yeah, it's a great. You've got the songbooks, the lesson plans, the tuner, even picks,
Oh yeah.
and everything, and then you get those lessons. And again, I think you have your guitar there with you, Travis,
I do.
and I just want to show people again. You can just when you're using the chord buddy, eventually you start to take those tabs out and use your fingers on the string. So it is really a learning system. And as Tony said, she's just getting started. She's going to be playing Happy Birthday for her son here. And we were talking about camping and backyard parties and breaking out the family tent and maybe going down to the river and playing some songs. Last week, you played Country Roads for us, a John Denver song, which was a great song for the backyard or for the river, mountains, ocean, wherever you go.
I'm trying to. I never played this song. Hey Brady, where you going? Oh, I've never played this song, but it was number 2 in the. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick and get the chords. Last week the song I played by John Denver was the best campfire song, and this was number 2. So let me see if I can just stall some time for me, Scott, so I can look.
I'll tell you what. While we're, I'm gonna run John again, because that his version there. You look that up, and I'll show people how easy it is to play a song with Chord Buddy.
About the chord buddy, not only is it so easy to use, it's also an instant party. And let me prove that to you for a second. You like big and rich music? You want to come on the road with us? You want to be in a band? If you got a chord buddy and you can push the red button and the blue button, you can play Save a Horse, Ride a Cowboy. Check this out. Well, I walk into the room, passing out $100 bills, and it kills and it thrills like the horns on my Silverado grill. Red button, I buy the bar a double round of Crown. Everybody is getting down in this town. Ain't never gonna be the same. Red button, and I saddle up my horse. Blue button, now I ride into the city. Red button, make a lot of noise. Blue button, cause the girls they are so pretty. Riding up and down Broadway on my old stud Leroy, and the girls say, save a horse, ride a cowboy. Everybody say, save a horse, ride a cowboy. Woo! Party time with the chord buddy. Get yourself a chord buddy and have some fun, people. It's time.
Okay, it's American Pie.
By
Don. What's the
Don
writer?
McLean.
Yeah,
Don McLean,
yeah.
American Pie. Yeah.
Yep. And you can do. There is an A minor in it, but you can substitute a C for an A minor.
Yeah.
It won't sound horrible.
They go together, right?
Because basically, A minor is a C with an A in the bass. So
yeah.
So bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Them good old boys are drinking whiskey and rye, saying this will be the day that I die. Oh, this will be the day that I die. Did you write the book of love, and did you faith with God above the Bible? I'm gonna have to do that. I can't read that fast, Scott. But that's a good one to play right there.
I just love how simple that is. You find a song, and there it is.
Bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Them good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, saying this be the day that I die. Oh, this will be the day that I die. So how about that?
That is great. That is a perfect song for the backyard, for the camp out this summer. A lot of people, maybe you're still taking some spring vacation. I know here in Oregon, the weather has been beautiful, and the afternoons are wonderful, and the rhododendrons and azaleas are blooming. And get into the backyard or invite some friends over this weekend. And I tell you, with the nearly instant shipping on Amazon, you could click on the Chord Buddy, add it to cart, buy it, and get it and have a backyard party this weekend.
I was going to say, you could literally be playing for your friends, having a cookout, having fun, be the life of the party by Saturday.
Yeah. And the Chord Buddy, when you buy the Chord Buddy, you get the lesson plans, but you get the song book, and that's got over 100 songs in there. But I've also got, there are other songbooks. There's Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3 from Hal Leonard, and they publish lots of books, including the Chord Buddy books. So there are hundreds of songs that you can play with Chord Buddy this weekend. You can add those where there's pop hits, there's country, there's even the teacher's resource. And Travis, I'd love for you to talk a little bit about the teaching and how so many music programs, we know they're important, but schools defund them. But you've had some really good success working with teachers and school boards, and even I think doing some car washes or something to.
Well, and sadly, arts is the first thing to go when there is a funding problem or issues or defunding, and so arts is always the first thing that goes. And you have to be creative. And I have literally gone to towns and our schools and helped them with car washes. We've gone door to door or business to business, and actually got business owners to buy a set, a guitar, the Chord Buddy, and we would name it after that business. Mm-hmm. And so we'd have a plaque made, and you have the wall hangers, like you can see. Well, I usually have my guitar hanging there, but have a wall hanger, and we would have a plaque above the guitar that would be Larry's Muffler Shop, or Steve's Plumbing and Electric, and that would be the name of that guitar. That was pretty successful, but it's amazing. And still, I get calls virtually every week from a school teacher needing to order some strings and needing some picks, and so that's good.
Yeah, and I think with the teacher resource package, it's got everything that a music teacher would need and be able to bring in students, and so it's. Even if you just were, I'm thinking I have a lot of friends that do homeschooling, and you don't even need necessarily to be a musician and play guitar to be able to take the teacher's resource guide and maybe the junior guitars, buy those, and have the parents buy those. And one of the teachers, one of the parents in a homeschooling group, could be the music teacher. And that resource guide, I think, really gives that person everything they need to be able to teach the kids how to play music on a real instrument.
Well, and the thing is, with the school version that we have, it really goes in depth a lot more than even not that the regular Chord Buddy one doesn't. But with the school version, it's intended to be used a little longer. So we really, really go in depth with it.
Yeah. And I want to play the short video from the lesson series. So when people buy the Chord Buddy, you get the Chord Buddy, the lesson book, the song book, everything you need, and then you get these access to these videos that teach you how. And I'm going to play the one where you start moving from because Chord Buddy helps you learn the rhythm first, and you strengthen your hand, and then you start removing the tabs. And let's just take a look at what that looks like.
Well, all right, guys, this is a point in the system of Chord Buddy where, as my daddy would say, the rubber hits the road. Up to this point, we've been focusing on right hand rhythm, timing, different strum patterns. We've learned 4 different strum patterns. We've been focusing on learning some songs, getting some finger dexterity going. Now it is the time to start removing these tabs and start making the chords on your own. This is an exciting time, and I'm glad that we're here. All right, so what we're going to do first is how do we remove the D tab? All right, the best way to do it, and I'm going to keep this at an angle for you to see it best. You may want to lay it down in your lap, but I'm going to keep it up. What you want to do, you want to press the blue one down so you get it out of the way, okay? Now, this is the way to take it off with it on the guitar. From the factory, these things are in there pretty tight, so you have to pull it pretty hard, okay? So, but you're not going to break it, so don't worry about that. So push the blue one down to get it out of the way. Lift up slightly on the red tab and give it a pull. And there you are. Now it's out. So let's go over how to make the D chord. So you want to refer back to your book, and there is a diagram there of how to make the D chord. There's a hump right here. Okay, this hump is here for a reason. That is so that you can get your index finger under the hump and it falls perfectly onto the G string. Okay, that gives you enough room to get to your others. See that right there? So, to make the D chord first, put your index finger on the hump and then just slide it off and it will fall directly on to the G string. Then place your middle finger on the 2nd fret, 1st string, your your ring finger on the 3rd fret, 2nd string, and then you strum from 4 down. That is your D chord.
And that's the way it goes. It's so easy to be able to play songs with Chord Buddy, and just to be able to start by learning the rhythm, and then as you learn the rhythms and your fingers get stronger, and then you start moving removing those tabs, and you start with the D and you work all the way through until you pull that final tab out, and you're not using the Chord Buddy anymore. Yeah, which, depending on Travis, on if people are practicing and kind of what their how much time they put into it, might be about a 2 or 3 month time frame.
Yeah, well, it's not a race. I always say that. We designed it to be a 2-month plan, and the reason for that is that 2 months or 60 days is the time frame that people quit. We call that the 2-month hump in the teaching industry. And that's just the time frame that muscle memory is not working, hand-eye coordination isn't there, you haven't got calluses on your fingers, and it's a very frustrating time. In fact, typically or statistically, we lose 70% of people within that 60-day time frame. And so the goal is to get them over that 2-month hump where things start kicking in. And the only way you're going to get them over that hump is for them to have fun, to take the frustration away, where they're playing songs from day one. And that way they stay with it. And we get them over that 2-month hump. In fact, Scott, our success rate is 93%. 93%. So that's a pretty big jump from 30% in traditional teaching and learning to 93%.
Mm-hmm. And I know there's some statistics too. You have about how many people have a guitar in the house that's unplayed or a musical instrument.
75% of households have an unplayed musical instrument, and typically it's the guitar. 75%.
Yeah. It's and so if you have a guitar and you've wanted to play like most people have, and it's been just languishing there, Chord Buddy. You can just buy a Chord Buddy. It is probably if you buy the Chord Buddy and the lesson plans, you look at the price, and if you were to go out and buy 2 months worth of lessons with a music teacher today, you're going to see the Chord Buddy is a tremendous value.
Oh, 2 months lessons. You're tip. I've been a teacher for 40 years.
Mm-hmm.
I charged $100 or $25 a lesson. So, and literally what you would pay for 2 lessons, you're assured. In fact, I make that guarantee to you that you're going to play a song on day one. And if you don't, I'll happily refund your money. And I've refunded none yet in 12 years.
Yeah. And I love it because the Chord Buddy, again, you get the Chord Buddy, the lesson books, the song book with over 100 songs, and then there's all the other books that you can get, and we've got those in the carousel here. You can get pop hits and country songs, and there's hundreds and hundreds of songs that you can play right away.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And so we get a comment here. So it'd be great if we get these printed out or a songbook. Well, I tell you, you're on a different platform. If you go to amazon.com/live, you can join us here on Amazon. So Mick, we have got all kinds of books that are printed out with the songs, the words, and the chords, so you can play them with the Chord Buddy using the Chord Buddy to play those, or over time you can start pulling those tabs out and start playing without the Chord Buddy, and so. Hundreds of songs.
One thing, let me just step right outside the door, and I want to get one of the Hal Leonard books.
Yeah, let's do that. We're going to show that. Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, the song books. The nice thing is that there's hundreds of songs out there, and then they have the Chord Buddy colored buttons, so you know which way to play with the Chord Buddy. But then there's also the names of the chords in there. So it's a G, a C, D, and E minor. And
I don't know.
So
okay, good. It isn't backwards. So Barbara Ann, Every Rose Has Its Thorn, Stand By Me. So I want to show that all of these songs on the back here are there.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll just read a few. Every Rose Has Its Thorn. Girls Just Want to Have Fun. Ghost Riders. Great Balls of Fire. The Green Door. Have You Seen the Rain? I Surrender All. I've got Peace Like a River. Rockin' Robin. Ain't That a Shame? All Night Long. Beautiful Brown Eyes. Blue Eyes Crying in the Rain. A big hit for Willie Nelson. And this is what it looks like, okay? So we give the color, we give the chord, so you know the name of the chord you're playing, and then the color, and we also give the melody. So if you want to learn to read music, you can do that also. So that's what one of the books typically looks like.
Yeah.
And we have 5 different books out now, 6 counting the one that comes with it.
Yeah. So in each one of those, has nearly let's see, how many songs are in that book that you were just showing?
Let's see, this one, it doesn't say, but I think about 80, about around 80.
Yeah, around 80, and you get 100 in there. So again, between the songbooks that are already available, and they're here in the carousel on Amazon, hundreds of songs that you'll be playing right away just using the Chord Buddy, and then you can work your way off using the Chord Buddy. And I did also highlight, I added the Shark Tank into their season 3, episode 3. For those of you who want to see Travis there with the Sharks, and where he actually got the deal with Robert Herjavec. So it's right here on Amazon. You can get that. You can get that episode right here. And there's a podcast, so you can learn all about that. We won't, Travis, talk about kind of that, but maybe another time we'll talk about Shark Tank.
Okay, sure, yeah.
But as we kind of winding the time down here, I do have to put a thing in here. I know, Travis, at your house you have a pool. I don't know if you have a hot tub, but
I do not have a hot tub. In Alabama, you don't need a hot tub.
That's true. Well, I tell you, this Christmas I bought one for my wife, and it's this portable hot tub. It takes about 10 minutes to set up, and you can then you can deflate it. You can take it with you. So if you do end up going somewhere, it takes about 10 minutes. It's got this, it's got the jets, the bubble in it. And so that motor actually is it's used to inflate this thing.
Oh, okay.
And then you just put the garden hose in, put it in, and it heats up to 104 overnight.
Wow.
And my wife loves it. I tell you, she's I'm not one much for playing boiled potato, but my wife loves that.
I've been in a hot tub one time, and we were in the mountains on spring break, and it was snowing. I mean, we got about 10 feet of snow, 10 inches of snow, and we all got in the hot tub out within a cabin in the mountains, and we were catching snow in our mouth, sitting in the hot tub. So that was a lot of fun.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, Travis, I know you got to go because busy day there at the factory.
We got to go record the podcast right after this.
Yep. And I love Tony's comment. She says, my guitar was in the home for 4 years collecting dust until I heard about Chord Buddy. I'm really having so much fun. Tony, I can't think of a better way to wind down the show, Travis.
Well, all right. We'll see everyone back here next Thursday at 9:00. Tell a friend and tune in.
And with that, I'm gonna put the John Rich on, and we'll go out to him. Travis, we'll talk to you soon. Thanks again for joining us here on Amazon Live. We'll talk to you soon.
My pleasure, Scott.
About the Chord Buddy, not only is it so easy to use, it's also an instant party. And let me prove that to you for a second. You like big and rich music? You want to come on the road with us? You want to be in a band? If you got a Chord Buddy and you can push the red button and the blue button, you can play Save a Horse, Ride a Cowboy. Check this out. Well, I walk into the room, passing out $100 bills, and it kills and it thrills like the horns on my Silverado grill. Red button, I buy the bar a double round of Crown. Everybody's getting down in this town. Ain't never gonna be the same. Red button, and I saddle up my horse. Blue button, now I ride into the city. Red button, make a lot of noise. Blue button, cause the girls they are so pretty. Riding up and down Broadway on my old stud Leroy, and the girls say, save a horse, ride a cowboy. Everybody say, save a horse, ride a cowboy. Woo! Party time with the Chord Buddy. Get yourself a Chord Buddy and have some fun, people. It's time.